Hey guys, so today I'm going to review a couple flashlights that were sent to me to try out and give you my opinion on them. So I'm not going to go into real technical details. I'm the kind of guy that likes to try something, and if it works, it works. So first we're going to start off with this Orcatorch D550. It's a 1000 lumen flashlight for scuba diving, and it comes in a really nice case, nice hard plastic case. We're going to pop that open. And what we get here, we've got the light itself, we've got one battery, it's a single battery unit. We've got the charger, some spare O-rings, and we have a mount for your wrist, which is kind of cool. I do like this for putting the light in because I am on a rebreather and it leaves my hands free to isolate my tanks or do manual additions, whatever is needed. So that's pretty good. So this is very small. It's very similar in size to my big blue light, which I'll show you. Okay, so this is my big blue AL1200NP2. I think it's 1000 lumen. It could be 1200, but they're roughly the same size. And the LED on the inside looks the same. When I compared these side by side, the light beam is the same, and the spread is the same illumination on high, medium, and low. It does really, really well, and I think the big blue is more expensive. So I really like this. The one thing that I did not enjoy on it is the tail button here. Just because I stick these in my pocket at the start of the dive, because I've got a lot of things going on. So I stick it in my pocket, and it turns on quite often. By the time I pull it out, it's already turned on, and that could kill the battery. So that wasn't my favorite. Not a deal breaker by any means, but just something to note. If you're going to have this stored in a pocket and not hanging on you where you can see that it turned on, you may have a dead battery sooner than you think. So very bright, very small. It's a little powerhouse. I went down to 100 feet with it and just tooled around on a little shipwreck and poked in some holes and stuff, and it really lit it up well. So I'll post a video on that after this, and you'll see a little example of that. So putting this into the wrist mount here, so it goes in there, it's nice and secure, it's not going anywhere. It's pretty nice to have that, because usually I'm in a nice trim position. My hands are here anyway, so I can point this wherever I need and still maintain good position and trim in the water without physically holding something, and that leaves me free to do whatever I need to do. So I really did like that. It's a great little light. So the only thing about the light I did not enjoy, actually the only thing I didn't like that's not part of the light is the charger. So when you put this in here, there's quite a bit of slop on the battery here, and if it's not in there just right, this will show a green light even though it may still need to be charged. So when it's charging, it should show a red light, and if it gets bumped, it'll just go to green saying it's full even though it's not. So not a deal breaker, just be cautious of that and make sure it's making good contact with the contacts, and just watch that you don't bump it during charging to ensure that it does get fully charged. But I really do like it, and I would stick that in my pocket any day. So the next one is the D2000P. So this is 2000 lumens. So this one does not come with the hard case. This is a foam case, but realistically I don't stick this back in the case anyways. It goes in my dive bag. So this one comes with 2 batteries because it is a 2 battery unit. And oh, I should mention on the smaller one, the 550, this did come with 2 batteries as well, which is really nice. So you can swap it out after a dive if needed. So this one also, the 2000 lumen light, comes with 2 batteries as well. And it's the same thing on the charger. There's a little bit of slop in it once you put them in. So just be wary how they sit and make sure they're showing red when you're charging the unit. So you got the charger, you got the cord for it, you got some spare O-rings, and then you have the light itself. Now both of these lights are really heavy duty lights made from aluminum, I believe. This definitely has a bigger LED in the front for it. So we're going to pop these lights in, or the batteries in rather. We have 3 O-rings, which is great. I like deep diving, so you definitely need a good sealed light for diving deep. Make sure your O-rings stay lubed and make sure they're clean. So what I really like about this light is there's no tail button to turn it on. It's a twist, and that keeps it from turning on in my pocket. So very, very super bright. You can feel the heat on it already, but it's a nice heavy duty, and it's very powerful. So I also took this down with me in my pocket on that 100-foot dive and checked out inside the wreck of that old sailboat, and you could see the beam from a long ways away, and it still illuminated things. So I'll put a video after this of using that as well. So quite a big difference in size between the two, but they're both very good lights. If you're doing any cave diving or penetration dives into shipwrecks, you should have a primary light to see what you're doing, and you should also have a backup light. So these would work for both. You know, a nice small one like this, or the big blue is good for a backup because it hardly takes up any space. And this one here, the 2000 lumen Odepro, would be a great primary light because it is such a powerful beam. It really, really lights up. So I also do shipwreck photography. My partner and I like lighting up different parts of the shipwreck. So he'll be out getting a shot, and I could be lighting up an anchor or the bow or something like that. So this would be really great. Even the smaller one would be great for lighting up different sections of the wrecks. Okay, so I mounted the Odepro D2000P light in the wrist mount from this Orcatorch D550. And so big difference in size, but the big light will work with the hand mount. The only thing is getting it turned on. So you do have to kind of wedge it a little bit, and you can spin it to turn it on, which would be really nice to be able to have that hands-free as well. We can turn it off. Here's the smaller one. 1000 lumen, just pops right in there. And with the tail button, you can just take your other hand there, bam, turn it on. Very small and powerful. So I really like it. So hopefully this helps. Either of these lights or both of them would be fantastic to have if you're a diver or even snorkeler and you want some extra light. Definitely consider either of these. So both of these lights are great. I appreciate you sending them to me to review, and I will definitely continue to use them in my photography and shipwreck diving. So if you enjoyed it, please check out Blue Eyes Below on Facebook or Instagram, and that's my diving page, so you'll see a lot of good stuff on there. So thanks guys, take care.